My name is Pam, and thanks for tuning into this channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today's topic, you guys, I'm just going to be sharing with you the plants that I acquired in the month of June. I have a pretty good size amount, so let's just get right into it, okay? Full disclosure, you guys, the majority of the plants that I'm about to show you, they are Hoyas. Yes, I don't know if I would categorize myself as a Hoya head, but for some reason, this variety of plants have just been calling my name this growing season, and I'm glad I have them all in my collection. So let's just jump right into it. We'll start off with, in no particular order, this Hoya curtisii. And if you could see those leaves, it's a small specimen, but I have faith that I'll have it really growing full and lush and trailing in no time. But I love the shape of the leaves as well as the color of the leaves. It almost reminds me, I guess, of a little bit of that Hoya, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Eskimo Hoya thing, which has all silver leaves, I believe. And that's one that I really want to add to my collection as well. But just look at the beauty of this one, you guys. Very beautiful plant. Glad I have it. On the next one, I'm going to share with you guys. I may have to put the name of this particular Hoya on the screen, guys, because I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing it correctly. Sorry if I'm butchering the name, but it's the Hoya bilobata. Bilobata. I'll put it on the screen for you guys, but look at that. Nice and full pot. And the majority of these plants, you guys, I purchased like in the very beginning, maybe the first week of June. And some of these plants have shown some signs of new growth. And I just want to share this portion with you. This is actually starting to trail. When I got it, it wasn't this long. And as you can see here, it's like, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but see that baby leaf right there. And then this leaf kind of grew in. And these two leaves are new. So it's starting to trail. And it's looking really nice. And I had it hanging actually in my bedroom, so it's receiving that nice morning light. It tends to love it, but I love the shape of the leaves, and it's so thick. And I believe this particular one, if you give it just the right amount of light, it will start to get some like brown edge to the actual leaves. But I just love it. I'm a sucker for that foliage, you guys. So, yeah, let me get to my next plant here, which I am definitely excited to have as part of my collection. I've been wanting one for quite some time, and this is the Hoya Sunrise. And I don't know if the camera is really picking up the sun stress on the leaves. Now, since I've had this plant, this leaf right here, along with this one, the stem right here is actually new, and it's growing two more leaves right here. And I have it in this cute little pot, you guys. I can't remember where I got this pot from. I want to say I actually got it from Ace Hardware Store. I don't know how big that chain is, because we had a whole lot here, but then they slowly closed off, and I was able to find one in my community. But if y'all have an Ace Hardware somewhere, go check out their pots section. They have a very beautiful selection, I think. But I think this pairs well with it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But the Hoya Sunrise, you guys. Beautiful. Let's see. Okay. Another, all Hoyas, you guys. Okay, so this one, let's see, is my Hoya diptera. Look at that. You know, I just love, like, you know, if you've been watching my channel for some time, you know that I always repeat myself with certain things, but I can't stress it enough. I love leaves with different shapes. I do love color. I love thickness of it, the feel of leaves, the shape, the color, the variegations of green, and I don't know, this one just really spoke to me. I love plants that give me that wild feel, that garden feel, and for some reason this plant does. And like I said, I am a sucker for the thick leaves. That's why I really like Hoyas, most of Hoyas, because of their succulent leaves. It's so beautiful. But this one is really going to trail very nicely. I have this plant, you guys, sitting in my windowsill in my kitchen, and it seems to love it. And it has been growing some little new tips. It's starting to shoot out some tendrils. So yeah, I'm excited to see how much growth I can get out of it in this growing season, or if it's going to even really start shooting. Because you know, sometimes Hoya do need to take some time getting acclimated in your home, but I'm not getting into the plant care for these yet. So here we go. Let's see. Oops. This one, you guys, was growing so long, I had to put it on a trellis. And I love this plant. This is my Hoya trubiana. Now, look at this. Look at the leaf, you guys. I just love the leaves. The structure of it, so long, elongated. And look how long this leaf is. It's sticking out on both sides, you guys. Look at that. It is actually beautiful. And believe it or not, since I've had this plant, this leaf, oops, gotta be careful with this trellis, and this leaf, along with this leaf, this one isn't even hardened yet, it's still soft. So this is my newest leaf, and I'm actually, you can't really see it, but I'm looking at it, and it's actually like new growth points within this portion right here, as well as up here, you guys. So I had to actually, this trellis, you guys, is like a connecting trellis. I could actually take this part off if I wanted to. And the cool part about it is you can take this and you can snap it on the sides. So if you wanted to make your trellis wider, you actually could. So I think that's the cool part. I got these, I think, off of Amazon. It wasn't very expensive, but I really like the look of it. But yeah, back to the plant, you guys. Just look at that. Hoya trubiana. Very beautiful. And it's just been really, it's been growing kind of good in here, you guys, vigorously for me. I just love the plant. Let me put this one down. Now I have another Hoya that almost looks like this similarly, except for the leaf structure is slightly different. And let me see if I can get it without. And this one is, you know, that's why I keep the tags, because sometimes I do forget the name of my beautiful plants. This is the Hoya andcressida. And I have this just on a bamboo stake. But look at the, I mean, can you deny the leaves? Look at these leaves. I just love these leaves. Now these are elongated as well. They're pretty long. It's pretty full. Look at that. Trail for days, you guys. I'm going to have to get a taller bamboo stake because, as you can see, it's grown past it. But I've used it now to support it. It has all these tendril new growth points growing all over the place. And I have the majority of my Hoyas is in my sunroom, and it tends to love getting all this bright and direct light from all angles in here. Just one last look for this one, you guys. It's just a beautiful plant. Hoya andcressida. Now, my next plant, you guys, another thing that I love about Hoyas, you guys, is the veination in certain Hoyas. I love that lightning bolt, X-ray kind of pattern that some Hoyas have with the veination. I think it's very beautiful, very pronounced on the leaves. So furthermore, you guys, this particular plant right here is my Hoya thinly-soniae. I mean, I don't think the camera actually does these leaves justice, you guys. But do you see the veination in that? Oh. This plant reminds me of the Hoya callistifala, I think. And that's another plant, you guys, I wouldn't mind having in my collection, but I'll wait for the price to go down. But this one right here, you guys, just look at these leaves. And they're so thick. And the edges, you guys, of the leaves are very, like, they're rugged. It's not a smooth edge. It's very rough edge to it, but I really love the way it looks. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Comment below, you guys. Let me know if you have this in your collection. I mean, I'm just really glad that I have it. This one is sitting directly getting in that direct sun on my, what is this, the southeast facing window right here. And it tends to love it. And I can't wait. It's already grown so much of the tendrils here, and I can't wait for the new leaves to start growing. I haven't seen any leaves start, no baby leaves emerge yet, but I have noticed that these two leaves have gotten a little wider since I've had it. So very beautiful plant, very easy care. All my Hoyas so far, I haven't had any issues with them. I recommend you guys getting into them. You won't regret the choice. So let's see. So now I think that's all my Hoyas. So I do have a couple of plants that I want to share that are not Hoya. And I'm going to show you this first. This is a lipstick plant. I have it in this macrame hanger, you guys, and I took it off because it just took me too long to get this plant in here the right way that I want without risking snapping its leaves, so I didn't want to take it out. But this is supposed to be the variegated. Let me see if I can. Sorry about that, you guys. This is supposed to be the variegated version of the lipstick plant. It's not, as you can see, it's not heavily variegated. I can actually see like it's not pronounced. I see very light variegation in its leaves. So I guess for this one, if I really want it to be super variegated, or that variegation to come out a little bit more, to be more pronounced, I have to give this thing more light. But I just love the way the plant looks. It's very whimsical to me. Like I said, I love when it has these, I guess they're tendrils, I don't know what to call them, stems, and they're just reaching out wild all over the place. It gives me a very a whimsical feel to it, but I really do love it. And I have this one hanging also. It's hanging in my kitchen by my window sills in my kitchen, and it's getting that very nice, bright, indirect, subtle light. I haven't had any issues. I have noticed that it has been growing, shooting out these new tendrils, so it's starting to trail, and I'm excited about this plant. So let's see. My next one, you guys, if you haven't watched my spotting the difference video, I recommend you going to check that out. I think it was pretty cool as far as talking about the differences between the pothos, pearls and jade, unjoy, and Manjula. And in the video, I did not have a Manjula plant to actually in my own collection to share with you guys. So I happened to luck up on this specimen right here. So this is the Manjula. Isn't it beautiful, you guys? And really, these leaves are bigger between the pothos and joy and the pearls and jade. And it is wavy as well, wavy edges. But this is I just love the coloration. And this plant also right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it in here. I'll think about it and see, but I have it sitting on my one of my tables with my other plant, and it's getting light from all directions in here, as well as sitting underneath of my Sansi light, and it tends to love it so much. I'm glad I'm able to maintain the color. But the gorgeous thing about pothos, you can kind of tend to maintain the majority of the color, especially if you have it in the best lighting situation. So one last look. And I got it in this pot. I don't know, I think it pairs well. I can't remember where I got this pot from. I may have gotten it from probably Ace, but it's a beautiful plant. If you want color in your collection, you guys, and you're a new plant parent, pothos really is the way to go. Just be mindful, you guys, that the key to keeping the color is giving it more light. Now, not direct light, because direct light will burn its leaves, but more of an indirect, brighter light situation. Don't put these type of plants in a dark corner. But yeah. And let's see. I have my last plant to show you guys, which is one of my most sought after plants, and I finally got one. I can't believe it. I never thought that I would actually be able to, be honest with you, even buy one, but luck so happened to have it that they had, where I got this plant from, had a beautiful deal, and I could not pass it up. And that is the beautiful pink princess. Look at that, you guys. Oh, I love the red. I love the dark backs. But look at that pink variegation. And this is a very, that's a subtle splotch. Let me see this one right here. Oh. And the nursery that I ordered from online, they had I guess they were getting plants from, it's called Proven Winners. Yeah, Proven Winners. You may have seen, I believe this company do sell in our big box stores. Maybe not this particular plant, you guys, but they do sell, I think, a variety of plants in big box stores. And look, I already had this one growing out. When I got the plant, you guys, this leaf was a new leaf. It's starting to, it feels like it's starting to actually harden off now at this point. It only had like a very little variegation, but it's okay. I do realize people have challenges with maintaining the variegation in this plant, but you know, I figure I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But for now, I'm just admiring the beauty. I love the beautiful red stems of this plant. I love the dark foliage of it. Even if it gave me just this particular subtle splashes of pink, I couldn't be more happier. So I'm really, really glad that I have this in my collection. I guess they say never, you guys, because I wouldn't have thought in a million years, honestly, that I would have been able to afford it, because I only have a certain limit that I'm willing to spend on a plant. And in today's climate, the way people are just upping the price of these plants is really getting really ridiculous. But like I said, I got an offer on this plant that I just could not refuse. And I didn't think I would be able to get it at the price point that it had it at for this particular size. But yeah, isn't it beautiful? So yeah, you guys, I am super duper excited to have all of these plants in my collection. You guys, please let me know what you think. In regards to the pink princess, if you own any, if you have that as part of your collection and you are able to maintain the variegation, like I said, this channel is all about us learning and growing together. Please share in the comments below any tips and tricks you may have done to maintain the variegation in your pink princess. Also, you guys, let me know, comment below and share with us all if you have any of these type of Hoyas, how they're doing under your growing conditions. I'm curious. And also, too, if you have the Hoya Sunrise and is it trailing beautifully, do you have a small specimen or a large specimen? Comment. I would really like to hear from you guys. But as always, you guys, keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do, and you love listening to planting things, then definitely hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate any support you want to give me. If you want to give me a thumbs down, it's your choice as well. We all have our own opinions as far as how these videos go. But anyway, you guys, I appreciate any support you guys can give me. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. See you later.